Another thing is, don't compare yourself to other amputees. You will find some people on the amputee groups shouting about how long their latest run has been on their new blade, or how far they've walked, or whatever, which is really great, but everyone's different. Maybe you will suffer from some form of, maybe your socket's not fitting well, or you've got some pain, or something else that's holding you back. And these people might not have pain. They might have a wonderfully fitting socket, and they might also have been doing it for years. So just don't compare yourself. Just go at your own pace. One of my main things is just have faith. If there's something you really want to achieve, you'll probably find a way of doing it. Do your own research. Work hard towards what you want to achieve. If you get back pain, look up what to do with back pain. If you've got issues walking, look up what to do about that. Try to solve your own problems and try to ask for help where you can't do that yourself. And just remember, whatever happens, you're gonna get bad days. I get days where I can wear my leg and it feels great and I'm walking well, and then a day or two later I can maybe be in pain, or my residual limbs shrunk so my socket doesn't feel like it's fitting well or something. That's okay, that's perfectly normal. Just remember, it's not about any one day, it's about what you can achieve through the accumulation of days. And if today's rubbish, tomorrow's a new day. I think being an amputee, it's good to have a problem-solving mindset. There are going to be loads of things that you would normally do, you would normally have done, which suddenly you find you can't do easily. And it's really about finding a way to do that. Sometimes you can do it on your own. Sometimes you can do it researching online. Sometimes you can do it with help from friends or family. Sometimes you need your prosthetist or the physio or someone else. But it's just about solving or overcoming obstacles one by one, and just getting to a point where you can do most things you want to in life. Being patient as an amputee is really important. I'm not very patient generally, but I have learnt to be very patient because progress doesn't happen overnight. And sometimes you're stopped by technology, maybe your knee fails, or maybe your socket doesn't fit or whatever. And just remember, it's not a race, and it will get fixed at some point if you need it to.
Don't be frightened. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Because it's amazing that people, they come up with all sorts of ideas, and it's great. I mean, as I said, just swimming, it was suggested to me that I try going, one side and see where that went. At first I thought I was going to drown, but then you get the idea, it works. So yeah, it's good.
Once my leg had been taken off, all that feeling of anger and the last 10 years and having all the disappointment of not being able to play with the kids and things like it got taken away. So I attached quite a lot of my emotions to my biological leg, and once it had gone, I felt that weight off my mind. It was gone. So yeah, I don't have any regrets at all about the amputation. Talk. If there's something on your mind, if you are concerned, if you have a worry, if you have anything that is niggling away, that there's no stupid question, there really isn't. How do you go to the toilet? It's the same, really. There is no stupid question. And we're here to help answer anything as completely honestly as we can.
I think it's really important just to share stories and share positive stories, and that there is, positive stories out there, and that there's people that have got through it, because there's plenty of really successful, stories out there where people are still living a normal life and living life to the full, which is exactly what, I wanted to hear at the time when I was going through a really difficult time. And I know for a fact it'll help friends and definitely parents, because my parents found it very hard watching, their youngest son at the time go through what was obviously a very traumatic time in my life back then. You know, there is no limit in terms of what you can do, and you'll be surprised how far you can push your body. If you believe it, you can do it. And if you stay positive with the right mindset and you've got a goal or a dream, don't be afraid to go after it, because, you know, you will get there if you've got the right mindset.
Some things to remember when you go in for your amputation is, although it feels like a massive, massive thing at the time, it doesn't matter how much of your leg or arm or whatever they remove, you're still going to be you. There's just a bit of you missing, but you're still you. Your life will still continue. You'll still have fun. You might have to find ways around doing practical things, but with the right mindset, if you're determined to get on, to enjoy life and to make the most of the opportunity, then you'll find a way to do it. And I've had some brilliant times since my amputation. In fact, some of the best times of my life, possibly because I realise how precious they are. Life is definitely going to be different after losing a limb. The things I found really useful were to not compare myself to before, not compare what I can do now to things I used to be able to do, because it just won't compare and it can be slightly depressing. Just celebrate the little successes that you have day to day. Celebrate being able to walk that bit further, or being able to self-mobilise in your wheelchair, or whatever it is that you've achieved. And although it's different, it is also really great and life affirming to be able to piece your life together bit by bit and to be able to do more and more.